Yeah, this YouTube app is pissing me off on this fucking TV. Like, yeah, I should be able to make sure I can rewind it, pause it, go back, and whatever I fucking need to do, and it should do it. Like on the computer, like on my phone, it doesn't fucking do it. And if I hit the up button, it's paused, hit the up button, it automatically starts playing. I'm just trying to get the fucking display back up so I can see what the fuck it says. God damn, it's fucking pissing me off this morning. Whatever. It's not like it's actually that big of a deal. You know, there's sometimes little fucking things that just should work right and don't. It just pisses you off. So I hope this video is relaxing. Stretch day. Stretch day today. It's last day of week 10. So it's just stretching. Just every week do a full body stretch. It's good for your soul. It's good for your soul. No, it is a good idea to do a full body stretch once a week. Do your little stretches, you know. It's leg day. Do some stretches before you start working out. Warm up, get yourself warmed up, all that good shit. Once a week, it's nice to do a full body stretch. It's supposed to relax you and all that other stuff. I'm not talking about just getting down here and just kind of going through the motions. Just, okay, I did everything. You know, that's what you do before you work out. This is for the week. Thoughts on boiled hot dogs? I would say gross. I have never, ever been a fan of boiling hot dogs in the first place. They're either on the grill or microwaved. I don't like boiling meat, boiled meats, just like even hot dogs when they're in casing. It's still just, it takes away the flavor. And then it's in the water. I don't know what it is though. Those roller grills they have at the gas stations. That's like the right way to cook them. That is like the perfect way to cook a hot dog. I don't know what it is. They just turn out so fucking damn good. Thanks. I actually needed that. That made me laugh. Yeah. Anyway, it's also results day, which I'll make a video later, either today or tomorrow. I still got to finish putting my highlight reel together for the week. I know that they're just kind of mainly self-serving. You know what? I'm really shocked. I am extremely shocked that I got like. I know I don't get a lot of views on my fitness videos on TikTok. The only time I get lots of views is when I make a controversial video. And even then, I don't always get lots of views. Probably because I'm on the Creator Fund. Now, I think that fucked everything up. I keep hearing like rumors about that once you get on the Creator Fund, your shit gets fucked up. But it's not like it's fucking worth it anyway. I've made $18, almost $19 since last October. And that's probably because they fucking shadow ban your shit. At least that's what people keep saying. And I'm not seeing a difference in that. But then again, you know, I only have 12.8, almost 12, about 12.8 thousand followers. I'm almost to that halfway point that they'll switch to 12.9. But I'm thinking like it's $18 fucking dollars, and I'll probably have 20 by the time the year is up. You know, until next October. Like, is it worth being on the Creator Fund, or should I just undo it, take it off, and see if that gives me more views on regular videos? Because I know I'm not the funniest person in the world, but I've made some kind of funny content. I've made some interesting content. I've made some helpful content. I've made some anti-bullying, See, the thing is, it's only when I like, and maybe it's just how people are. Maybe it's just how people are. they want controversy, they want drama. So when some racist asshole posts something, like, cause I was supporting Black Lives Matter, but it wasn't supporting Black Lives Matter over like everything else, you know. I've never said no lives matter or all lives don't matter until Black Lives Matter. Everybody's life matter, but there's a reason for why the thing was going on, you know. Then of course you get some racist asshole that are jumping there, only white lives matter. So I make a post, and next thing I know it goes fucking viral. Calling them out. And I get invited to a bunch of cookouts. But then like 3 days later I make a video calling out a black creator for being racist, and then I'm called racist, you know. That's it. Or I make a Trump video, or, you know, and then next thing I know I'm like, or make a COVID-19 video, you know. It causes controversy and, you know, angry debates. It seems to get a lot of views, but if it doesn't, nobody seems to care. So that could be the creator fun, or it could just be me. I'm not interested. Not interesting. I'm probably not interesting. That's probably the thing. I'm 44 years old, and I'm not like trying to be some asshole creator or something. I don't know. I don't know. But I didn't get Ukraine. Is that a Ukraine support thing? I think the war should end. I don't know who's right or wrong in that. If Putin just wanted the land back to be Russia and be trying to push the Soviet Union, then fuck him. But if it's for the reason Putin says, then fuck them. I don't know. I don't know. That's probably another problem with my page, is I've stopped listening to the news as much as I should be. So I'm kind of late on everything, and I don't know all the details like I used to pay attention to, and now I'm not. So, but war's stupid unless absolutely needed. The only time it's absolutely needed is when you have people like Hitler. Honestly, that's the only time you need to go to war. There's no point going to war over land anymore. There's no point going to war over resources anymore, especially when every country has most of the resources that they need. Next thing you know, we'll be going to war with Asia because we want their lithium mines. You know, we're going to war with the Middle East because we want their oil, even though we have plenty of fucking oil right here, and it would be cheaper for us to just make it and do it, drill it, process it ourselves here, instead of getting it from over there, making them rich and then going to war with them because they raise their prices or something, or they cut off their supply. Yet we have plenty of it here. I understand back when land was like what you needed, you know, to have control or have power. Even then, it's kind of self-serving, but at the same time, that made more sense. More land, more power. Well, we have the United States has quite a bit of fucking land, so we don't need that. Now it's just about getting other people's resources instead of negotiating like a modern world should be doing. Anyway, so, but yeah, my 2-month progress video got like 370 some views, and that's pretty much average for my fitness videos, but I didn't even get 1 like on that video. I'm like, that's like the 2-month that was a pretty good that was a pretty good progress for 2 months. I mean, I dropped 13.5 pounds, 7.5% body fat, and just about 4 inches off my stomach in 2 months. That was a pretty good progress, and like nobody liked it. I'm a little disappointed. And nobody's here listening to me anymore. I got 1 person. So again, it doesn't matter. I guess I'm just not interesting. I do these live streams just because it keeps me coming down here, not because I think people actually give a shit. I do appreciate any you know, the comments and the hearts and the likes and the roses, and it's not that I'm not appreciative of it, but I'm not doing it for that. Like I said, if anybody else is inspired to do it by watching me, great. That's great. It's even better. But live streaming for me and doing all this setup every day, the camcorder ready to record for YouTube, editing the videos, live streaming on the 3 platforms, keeping track of everything. It keeps me coming down here, keeps me motivated to do it. Why is this boring? I think I have a bit of a lag on the YouTube. A bit of a lag. I'm only doing this because like my image is like blurring on Twitch and then moving back and forth. Maybe it's a good thing that I bought an extra Note 5. You have numbers here. Nobody's here. Instead of a Note 4. Because I was going to buy a Note 4, and I was sitting there yesterday saying, well, I should have bought a Note 4 because it has like expanded. It has a SD card slot. The Note 5 doesn't. But then again, watching this, the Note 5 obviously is faster and has a better camera than the Note 4. Obviously, a newer version would, but this does perfectly fine for what I'm doing it for. So I'm fine with the Twitch being a little slow since nobody's really ever on there anyway. No one's ever on my Instagram either, but I've got another Note 5 so I can do the Instagram on a wider camera, so I don't got to push it back up there and make sure I still have everything on the screen that I use without having to move it or squeeze it or finagle it and make sure it's, all that good stuff. All right, so anyway, it's results day as well. It's stretch day, it's results day, it's results day. I'll make a video later, like I said. Like I do every week, my weekly results video. But for the live stream and for the YouTube video, here's the picture from last week to this week there. So from last week to this week, I dropped 0.8 pounds. It's not a lot, but I'm also lifting heavier weights than I did before, so I'm not going to be losing as much weight as I am fat. Because you gain muscle, you gain weight. You lose fat, you lose weight. So it's kind of like, so the first one of 30 segments, wasn't a lot of muscle work. So the fat came off. The fat loss dropped the weight a lot more than muscle gain would have been putting weight on. So this time, now we're doing 2 of 15. And again, it's not really designed to be a weight or muscle building segment, but it is more of a muscle building segment than the 1 of 30. And I am going a little bit harder than normal for a 2 of 15 segment would be. At least I started to these last couple of weeks. Instead of just focusing on the toning, I could yep, okay, cool, that was 15, that was good. You know, now I'm like, I can do more. And then like I'm like, I can do like 12. I'm like, you know, it's just like you would on a regular one, or on a regular muscle building routine. So, but then again, it's also still lighter weight than it would be on an actual muscle building routine of 3 of 10, or 3 of 8, or 4 of 8, or 5 of 6, or whatever the hell it is. So, anyway, 0.8 pounds. So, I dropped 0.8 pounds from last week to this week, and I'm perfectly fine with that because my goal is to be around 180. Somewhere between 175 and 185, so around 180 is fine with me. I just need the fat to go away. That's all I'm worried about. So I know I'm going to drop well below 180 before I get back up to 180 at the body fat percentage I want to be. But that's fine. So the slower the weight drops, as long as the fat percentage and the waistline is dropping, then cool. So yeah. So anyway, 0.3% off the body fat, 0.1% off the BMI, and 1/4 inch off the waist. waistline measurement is going a little slower than I was hoping for. For the most part, I'm eating fine. I'm still probably eating less than I should, so that might be a contributor to it. Not eating, I haven't had any fried food since before I started doing this. Yeah, I guess technically I kind of did occasionally back near the beginning or something, or a month or so, a few weeks ago, in those frozen Chinese, frozen Asian food or something. The chickens, breaded chicken. But other than that, no, I haven't had any fast food. I haven't had any pizza. Haven't had hot dogs at the gas station. That was my big thing, that I was going to hot dogs because I was in a hurry. I'd run out of the house and I had anything to eat. So I go deliver whatever order they got me out of the house, and then I would hit the gas station, Circle K closest, and make it a Polar Pop and some chips and 2 hot dogs. That was my breakfast, my brunch. That was my brunch. So now it's like protein bars, protein drinks. I had fish and broccoli and cauliflower for lunch yesterday. I still have cans of soup occasionally, chunky soup. I know that's not the best thing, but it's definitely a hell of a lot better than stopping at McDonald's. Calorie deficits, I'm under 2,000 calories when I probably should be over 2,000 calories. According to the app, the Fat Secret app, the calorie counter by Fat Secret that I'm using, I should be roughly around 2,400 calories a day. Just putting in my workouts as calories burned, that puts me at like 3,000 calories burned for the day. So I should be probably dropping this weight a lot faster, but my metabolism is probably a little slower than it should be. Plus I'm 44, so it's probably just slower because of age as well. So I can make it go faster if I start doing supplemental cardio videos, not just my 20 to 30 minute videos I do before my workout. I know that would drop the weight a lot faster. But then I wouldn't have time to edit my videos, and there'd be less time for me going out and working or sleeping or doing anything like that. I have to shower again before I go to bed, shower in the morning, shower in the evening, dry your skin out. And it's still coming off nicely. I mean, this large shirt feels nice, you know. Probably wouldn't wear a large shirt out right now, but I've noticed a lot more. All my extra large shirts are a lot looser around the stomach. And obviously in the progress pictures you can see a big difference. If you go back and look at those that are up on Instagram, you can see my weekly progress pictures. Last picture I posted was the 2-month progress, so it shows the start, 1 month and 2 months, and you definitely see a difference in there. But I noticed that there is a lot more looseness here and a lot more tightness up around here. So there's not much there. I mean, I still have flab on my arms too, you know, but it's starting to get tighter up around the sleeves and getting looser down here, and that's exactly what I want. So I'll take it. I will deal with it. My whole thing was I'm going to take the year and I'm going to do this routine without any supplemental cardio videos. I'm going to do whatever I need to do, you know, throughout the day, like cleaning the house, doing dishes, doing laundry, weeding the garden, putting down mulch, planting new stuff if I need to or want to, mowing the lawn, you know, just regular household chores and stuff, working, and I'm just going to do my morning routine. And so far it's going good, it's just not going as fast as I want it to. And that's fine, it's going. As long as it's going in the right direction, I'm happy with it. So, and I know it's not going to go as fast as I want it to because I'm not doing as much as I did the first time when I dropped it all. So So, yeah, I think that's it. Alright, so today's stretch video that I found on YouTube that I'm going to do, I hope these people don't get mad at me for using their stuff. It's passing all the copyright claims on YouTube. Weird thing yesterday though. All my music that I play during my workout, my weight lifting, weight training portion of my workout is on the YouTube audio library. So it's all Creative Commons music, meaning it's open copyright. However, I got a notification saying my video was blocked, which is kind of weird because it's not a video, it's a live. The live wasn't blocked. I got the notification like an hour afterwards saying my video was blocked. I'm like, what the hell video? I'm like, I haven't posted a video in a week, almost a week. And it showed the name of a song on there that was in there. I'm like, well, was that in the, like maybe it had been my live, because that's the only thing that went up today, was live. I'm like, maybe that was a song they played in the hip-hop ad video I used for the warm-up. Maybe that was it. But I'm like, that's kind of odd that they would catch that just now and not before. And then I was like, but why would they catch that one and not like the very, very obvious remix of who the fuck is this Pussycat Dolls song? Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? I forget what that song's called. Don't you wish? Don't ya? Don't ya? That's what it's called. It's called Don't Ya. Don't Ya by Pussycat Dolls, because that's very blatantly obvious in there, but nobody ever catches it or anything. So anyway, I'm looking. I'm like, I'm like, okay, what the hell song is this? I go to Spotify, I play it. I'm like, this sounds familiar. I'm like, maybe it was in the video. Then I started listening a little more. I'm like, no, that was one of the songs in my audio library. I'm like, that's kind of weird. I'm like, but then again, I guess just because it's in the Creative Commons doesn't. Well, yeah, it's in Creative. If it's in Creative Commons, then it's almost like it's in the public domain. It just need to be. I guess they need to be credited in Creative Commons. They got to be credited. YouTube does all the credits for it. So maybe me posting it live was an issue, but none of the other songs was an issue. Were an issue. But yeah, the whole reason I'm using the YouTube audio library is because I don't want my lives turned off by playing regular music. So I'm actually kind of surprised that the audio from the videos that I'm using isn't cutting it off. YouTube's not filing it or catching the copyright of the audio of Beachbody videos, except on certain ones. Like if I played a P90X video, like I did my first stretch day, I did a stretch, P90X stretch, X stretch. It blocked the whole video because it was, it was a claim on the audio. And the same thing the next week when I did the Turbo Fire video, also by Beachbody. But they're not catching the Turbo Jam videos that I used the first 6 weeks, or the hip-hop ad videos I'm using right now. Not saying that they won't eventually. Maybe they might. And I'll just cut out those parts of the video. It's not a big deal. I'd rather if I could just mute it than actually cut it out. But if it becomes an issue, I will continue doing what I'm doing, and then I'll just overlay audio, the YouTube audio library over me doing the exercise video. But with these YouTube ones, these YouTube creators, I always make sure that I tell the live people who's watching who it is and all the information on it, and then where to find her link, especially because then I link it and make sure the description, if you ever watched my YouTube videos, my edited YouTube videos, you will see that during the warm-up and during each exercise, right underneath where I'm standing right now, in the camcorder, it tells you what I'm doing. So it'll say hip-hop, abs, fat burning, cardio, or it'll say chest exercise 1, bench press, or something like that underneath it. Or these these stretch videos I do on YouTube, it'll always say right down here, it'll say, like for example, this one, it'll say total body yoga, deep stretch by yoga by Adriene or something like that, from yoga by Adriene. So I would make sure I say it on here. It's right there, and it's right in the description of my video, along with the, you can just copy and paste the YouTube URL from the description as well. So it'll say the entire title exactly as it's written on her page, with her page's name, which is Yoga by Adriene. And then I will also copy and paste the URL into the description right underneath it, so that you can do the exact same thing if you want to go watch it. So you can go straight to the video. So I make sure they're credited where credit is due, since I don't make any money off these things. You know, I'm not really stealing any content, and I'm not showing you the content either. You just hear her talking while I'm doing it, then I give you a little review afterwards on what I think about the video. So, kind of basically doing a review. You know, stretch video reviews. That's what I'm doing. And it's kind of like an unboxing video. Kind of. Sort of, maybe. He's up there. He's up there. Just stick my big ugly lug in your faces. Matt. Probably do. I think I know who that is. So anyway, this is a 45-minute stretch video, and that'll take like an hour to fucking do my spiel again. Hopefully this went right back to the beginning, because she starts it like right away. As soon as cause it fades from black, like fades from black right onto her, and she's like, "Hi, I'm Adriene." I'm like, back to the fucking beginning. I'm like, need that extra fucking 2 seconds. Just give me that 2 fucking seconds so I can pause it before you start talking. Not like that big deal, but I want to make sure her little intro is in there, because it's her video, and if she's talking about her and her page and what she's doing in this video, I want to make sure you hear her say it, so I don't mess it up and say, well, this is kind of what she's doing, but you know, whatever. I want you to hear her describe her own video. So, yeah, this one's 45 minutes. It doesn't say anything about strengthening or anything like that, so this shouldn't be anything to do with a bunch of warrior poses that sit there for long. I'm sure most of this should be all stretching. I'm kind of hoping it is. Her dog's in the corner. His name's Benji. I've heard her say it like 16 fucking times, trying to get this thing back to where it's supposed to be. I am Adriene, that's Benji. It's the, God, what kind of dog is that? I can't see it right now, but I know. They're real pretty dogs. They got kind of like a salt and pepper coat, like silver blackish coat, and they have brown snout and paws. Is there anybody there? There's one person there, one person maybe there, maybe there. Not corgis, they're average sized dogs. Like medium sized dogs. They're supposed to be super loyal. It's not the Lassie dog. It's not a collie, it's not a border collie. I'm mad. I'll figure it out, and it'll be up on the screen on my YouTube video when when I edit that. I can't think of the damn dog's name. Of course, my phone is still being taken up, so I can't. See, this is part of the reason why I want my phone free, is so that if I got something stupid I want to think of, I can actually just look it up real fast like this. This is pointless for me to be talking about. Funny thing is, her top matches her dog. It's like a gray-white, you know, speckled type pattern. I keep wanting to say Irish Wolfhound, but it's definitely 1,000% not what it is. Like, I don't know why that name's in my head, but it's definitely not that. I think those are big dogs, aren't they? Big, like, kind of, like, it's kind of like a long-haired greyhound with on a Great Dane statue size. I think they're big, aren't they big? They're the tallest dog. Irish Wolfhound is the tallest dog. Great Danes are overall the biggest. I don't know. Aussie? Maybe it's an Aussie something. That kind of one. That kind of sounds right. I'm just picturing them like hunting in the outback or something. So my other phone, my Note 5 that I ordered on eBay should be here Tuesday. Then I can put Instagram on that phone. My phone is free for me to do what I need to do with it if I need to. If I get a text message or I gotta start something or stop something or forget to turn the volume off or something, I gotta fuck with this shit. Anyway, 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock. All right, so yeah, this is total body yoga. Like slash or dash or whatever the fucking straight one is, they always put it in there, but it doesn't matter. Total body yoga, deep stretch from Yoga by Adriene. That's the video we're using. It's approximately 45 minutes, so yeah. Yeah, last week's was a pretty good video. It's just I didn't like there wasn't any music in the background. I think that was the one I did last week. But hopefully she's got some muzak, relaxing muzak. All right, let's see if this starts back at the beginning like I wanted it to.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Yoga with Adriene. I'm Adriene, and that's Benji. And today we have an awesome deep stretch total body yoga for you. So this is going to be amazing if you're wanting to increase flexibility in your body. It's going to be really awesome if you're wanting to stabilize the joints. Everybody needs that. And this is a really great time to just really be with your breath, focus on alignment, and balance out whatever it is you got going on in your life. So hop into something comfy, and let's get started. Let's begin on our backs. Come to lie down. And right away, when you get down there, go ahead and take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, hug the knees into your chest. And again, take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in, a little deeper, a little more conscious breath here, right from the start. Think of your breath in, your inhale, as an expansion, and then think of your exhale as a bit of a contraction, navel drawing in. So there's this cycle of breath that we're going to play with today for a deep stretch practice. That is inhale, expansion, and exhale, contraction. I'm joined today by my assistant, Benji, Guru Benji. Thank you so much for being here, Benji. All right, we're just taking a couple full breaths to settle in. Squeeze the knees up towards your chest. Notice the quality of air in the room or wherever you're practicing. And so we'll work today with the breath to create a full 360, all-encompassing experience that includes not just the body, not just the physical, but the mind as well, and also your heart space. So that's how we get the most out of this time, the most out of this practice. And it's also a very generous act of self-love. So on the surface we have the stretch, but beyond that, there is just so much more. Take one more big breath in. And then again, thinking contraction on the exhale, we're going to peel the nose up toward the knees. Now you may get nowhere near your knees, and that's all good. We're working to create a little bit of spaciousness through each vertebra of the spine. You're also feeling a nice support of the lower back. You're starting to tap into the muscles of our core. And you can stay here squeezing the knees up and in, or release the fingertips, palms face up. You're going to reach them towards the front. Breathing deep here. Make sure you're not clenching in the face or shoulders. Nice and relaxed. Might start to welcome a little bit of heat here. Take one more deep breath in. And one long breath out. And then slowly release. Head and shoulders to the earth. All right, grab your right knee. Send your left leg all the way out. Let it hover just above the earth. Squeeze your right knee in towards your chest. And then open it up just a bit up towards your right shoulder. And then again, right knee towards your chest or your figurative heart space. And then over towards your right shoulder. So you're just kind of creating a little compression in the front of your right hip crease. Great, take one more deep breath in. Exhale to release left heel to the earth. Now, when you're in these shapes, we're not just hanging out, holding, waiting, but especially today with our deep stretch, we're using the breath to move it forward a little deeper, allow it to unfold. So think expansion on the inhale, and a bit of contraction as you breathe out. Now close your eyes and go ahead and soften through the toes and the feet. And again, big inhalation in. And nice long exhale out. Great, one more here. Big breath in. Long breath out. Fabulous. Now, again, activate your left foot. So press into your left heel and activate your right foot. Press into your right heel. This time you're going to grab the right hand, or take the right hand and you're going to grab the inner arch of your right foot. Now if that doesn't quite, if your hand doesn't quite make it there, just grab the inner calf muscle here, the inner leg. You can just grab here. Okay? Creating a little one-legged stirrup posture here. So kick your right foot up towards the sky and then anchor your right shoulder down. If this is way too much in the hips, just lift your left knee and firmly plant your left foot on the ground for a little more stability. Breathing deep. Inhale. And exhale. Opening up through that right hamstring. Big inhalation. And long exhale. One more time. Big inhale. And long breath out. Awesome. Now take that right foot. We're going to cross it over the top of the left thigh. So just crossing over, creating a little figure 4 shape here. Peek at me if you need to. And then press the palms down into the earth. Connect to your core and slowly lift the left leg up high towards the sky. Now, left leg does not have to straighten, but both feet are nice and active here. Inhale in. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale. Exhale, navel draws in, lift it up. Now I'll sync you up with the breath. Here we go. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. And exhale to lift. Press the palms into the earth firmly. One more time. Inhale to lower. And exhale to lift. Awesome. Bend the left knee, thread the needle, right fingertips go in through the hole, we'll interlace, and we'll squeeze the legs up towards the chest, the heart. Keep the feet active here, and now just nice full breaths. You got it. Start to let go of the day thus far. Anything that you have coming after this practice or on the agenda. See if you can allow the mind to be at ease. Just give yourself permission to be really present here. I know it's tricky and tough for someone to tell you that, but maybe it's what you need. Just a little time and space to stretch and be with your breath. All right, releasing left foot to the ground and slowly taking it to the other side. So what we'll do is we'll start by lifting the left knee in towards the chest, squeeze, and send the right leg out to hover. We start to tap into the muscles of the abdominal wall here. Breathing deep. So if you're a beginner, you'll start to feel a little shake here. If you've been on your mat for a while, play with the subtle body. Scoop the tailbone up, draw the navel down, relax the shoulders, play with the natural curvature of the spine, finding support from within. So there's always so much depth to play with here. Breathing deep. And then here we go. If you haven't already, start to draw the left knee towards the left shoulder just a bit. This is a very small move here, and then in towards center. Again, we're creating just a little massage in the front of the right hip crease. We're also challenging our center of gravity. Kind of feel it in the abductor here. Oh yeah. Back and forth with the left knee. And then take one more deep breath in. Bring your left knee back in towards your center, so hug it in. And then exhale, slowly release the right heel down to the earth. All right, left hand comes to the left inner arch. Move nice and slow here, opening up through that hip. So left foot, sole of the foot now goes towards the sky. You can bring the right hand to the earth for a little stability, or maybe on the front of the right hip crease. We're opening up left hamstring up towards the heavens here. Strong, bright energy through the toes to protect the knee. And then I'm working again to create a full body experience, not isolate experiences. So see if you can relax your shoulders, see if you can let your rib cage just be nice and heavy here, hips nice and heavy. And then reconnect with your breath, find a new breath. And if this is too much, you can bend the right knee, bring the sole of the right foot to the ground for a little stability. And then to release, nice and slow, take the hand away, cross the left ankle over the top of the right thigh. So you're opening now, left knee towards the bottom right corner of your mat. Just take a second to feel that out. If you're super tight in the hips, all of this work already has been maybe a little bit intense, but all the more reason for you to be here on your mat. And also the reason that we're starting nice and low to the ground so that you're not having to do a bunch of weight bearing work here at the beginning. All right, take a deep breath in, press your hands into the earth. You can also grab the outer edges of the mat if it was a little bit hard for you last time. And inhale, lift the legs all the way up. And then exhale all the way down. Now let's sync with the breath here. So big inhale at the bottom. Use the contraction to lift back up and we flow. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. And eventually you want to try to slow this down so that you're building strength. But just do your best here. So inhale to lower. Move in a rhythm that feels good for you, and exhale to lift. Tuck the chin. Try to keep length from crown to tail here, so it's just an awareness. Hug the lower ribs down and in. Use that contraction of navel to spine to really lift the legs up and hug the lower ribs down. If you're starting to sweat a little here or shake, awesome. Beautiful. Welcome that. It's a sign of being strong and alive, not weak. And then slowly we'll release. Beautiful. Bend the right knee, sole of the right foot comes to the ground. Thread the needle, left fingertips are going to go through the hole here. Hey-oh, and then squeeze the lower body up towards the chin, the chest. Breathe, breathe. Close your eyes. And breathe nice, long, smooth, deep breaths. Maybe find some soft, gentle movement in the head, the neck. And then release. Awesome. Nice and slow release. Hug both knees into the chest. Inhale in, exhale. Take your lower body, your legs, your knees all the way over to the left. Open the arms super wide and turn to look past your right hand. Deep breath in. Exhale, navel draws down to the core of the earth, knees come through center and take it to the other side. Knees fall to the right, big stretch here, and turn to look past your left. Fingertips, recline twist, inhale in, and exhale back to center. Cross the right ankle over the left. Grab the outer edges of your feet. We're just going to stretch the tops of the feet by pointing the toes here and lifting your heels up, up, up. Big breath in. We're also creating nice, strong muscles that hug around the joints. So nice, stable joints here. Kick, 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 kick. Point the toes. And then release and switch. Left ankle on top. Grab the outer edges of the feet. And again, point the toes, lift the heels, and kick the feet up just a bit here. We're getting a nice stretch in the tops of the feet, the ankles, but also creating stability around the knees, the joints. Deep breath in. And exhale to release. Awesome. Bring the feet to the ground. Nice and easy. Turn to one side and slowly press your way up to a seat. All right, sit up nice and tall. Legs are crossed, ankles crossed. Going right into it. We're going to bring the left elbow down to the earth here, nice and slow. Hi, Benji. Benji's got some Zen out vibes today. Left elbow to the ground. So you're going to feel this in the right side body, the back body, the hip. If this is too much, then we'll just lift the hand up here and come here. Once you feel like you have this, start to bring your breath into the picture and allow your right glute, your right booty to get really, really heavy here. Then notice we're just hanging out here in the neck, lengthen through the crown of the head. And when you're ready, take the right fingertips behind the right ear and inhale. Reach, reach, reach toward the left side. Big stretch here. Inhale in. Exhale, right hand's going to come right to the front. Beautiful. Then take it all the way, thumb back. Pinky forward, all the way back, open to the chest, and then reach towards the front. And you keep this movement going just a couple more times. Right thumb back, reach to the side, and fingertips forward. And right thumb back, and fingertips forward. And one more time. This time, try to really revolve or rotate your heart all the way up towards the sky. Maybe you look up towards the sky, big stretch, big breath. And then exhale to release everything. Just take a second here, head over heart, heart over pelvis. Close your eyes and just evaluate how you feel. Left side of the torso and right side of the torso. All right, and then when you're ready, take the right elbow down. So this is a great one to kind of focus on sensation over your shape. If you're just in extended side angle, there's temptation to just really get into that posture and nail the asana. So here we are, focusing on the sensation over the shape. The left sits bone is gonna wanna come up here, so see if you can anchor, anchor, anchor through the power of your breath, create more space to get that left glute down. Right shoulder's over the right elbow here. And again, if this is too much, if we need to tap into some deeper, fuller breaths and have more weeks of regular practice in order to get that elbow down, then let that be the case and lift your right hand to the earth and take your time. There's so many shapes in yoga and just so many experiences that I have that I just never thought I would have. I never thought my body would have that spaciousness. In fact, people ask me all the time, have you always been flexible? And the answer is, no way, Jose. So use your breath here. In fact, feel the inhale, feel the skin of your left lower back stretch. Also really, really good for the body here. Not just your muscles lengthening, but so great for the kidneys. Make sure that you're not dropping your right ear to your right shoulder, but keeping that awareness through the crown. And then now, after you've taken a solid moment to evaluate, to notice the sensation and to check in with your breath, take your left fingertips and bring them right behind your left ear. It's more fun this way too. And then reach out to the right. Big stretch, big, big, big stretch. Keep the left glute heavy, so you're actively anchoring down through the top of the left thigh bone. And then here we go. Left thumb pulls back, inhale. Exhale, just take your arm right to center. So you're reaching right out in front. And then here we go. Smoothing your left palm on an imaginary surface here. Pull the left thumb back. And find your breath as you bring it back to center. And now continue this on your own. So good for the posture. You're going to feel so awesome after this, man. Pull the left thumb back, breathe in, and exhale, smoothing your palm on imaginary surface, reach forward. All right, and then next time you pull your left thumb back, really pull it back. Wrap that shoulder blade around, open, revolve, chest up towards the sky. Maybe you look up, claw through your right fingertips. Inhale, and exhale. Come back to center, nice and slow. Head over heart, heart over pelvis. Just take a second to evaluate, feel it out. Relax your shoulders, lift up through your chest to your heart. Good. Inhale in, exhale, make your way to all fours, nice and slow. Tabletop position. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath your hip points. Press into the tops of the feet and claw through the fingertips strong. Then imagine your front body really lifting up here to meet your back body. So lift everything up towards the sky. So we're not collapsing to the ground, but rather defying gravity and lifting up with awareness all the way to the ceiling. And keep that awareness as you inhale, drop the belly and open the chest. Exhale, navel to spine, crown to the earth. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. Move with your breath, exhale, rounding through. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, round through. Awesome. Inhale, the tabletop position. Bring the two big toes together. Bring the knees as wide as the mat. And then send the hips back nice and slow. Reach the fingertips actively towards the front edge of the mat, or in my case, towards Benji. And then inhale, and then exhale, melt your heart down. As you melt your heart down, the option here to really lift the palms up and just press into the fingertips, get a little deeper stretch. And once again, listening to the sound of your breath, thinking about expansion as you inhale. And contraction as you exhale. And if that doesn't work for you, just think about getting bigger and think full breath on the inhale, and then think about getting softer on the exhale. So bigger, fuller on the inhale, and the softer, almost a surrender on the exhale. Great, now walk the hands off your yoga mat and over to the left. Big stretch. Let the hips remain heavy here. Inhale. And exhale, chin to chest. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the chin. Walk it all the way over towards the right side. Hips nice and heavy here. Inhale, reach, look forward. And exhale, draw your chin to your chest. Awesome. Slowly release. Come back to center. Press into the tops of the feet. Come all the way back up. Walk the knees underneath the hips. And here we go. Downward facing dog. Nice and slow. So set your hands up with a meticulous love. And then curl your toes the same way. And when you're ready, peel the tail all the way up. Pedal it out, feel nice deep stretch to the backs of the legs. And see if you can really be present. I know it's hard to hear that sometimes with the sensation, so perhaps close your eyes in order to do that. Create spaciousness in the shoulders. Whatever that means to you, maybe opening the elbow creases towards the front of your yoga mat. Maybe turning the big toes in just a bit. Maybe letting go of something that's been bugging you. Awesome. Then when you're ready, anchor the left heel down and send the right leg out. And then slowly bring the right knee all the way up and in. As you step your right foot up, lower your left knee down. Fingertips are on the yoga mat. We just find soft, easy movement here. Maybe you walk that left knee back. Maybe not. Front knee over front ankle, start to open up through the chest. Breathing deep. Great, then plant your left palm. You're going to open the right toes out towards the right edge of your mat. And inhale, reach your right arm all the way up towards the sky. Big stretch here, opening up through the chest. And then exhale, bring your right elbow all the way down to the earth. Coming into a lizard variation here. So if the forearms don't come down, you can stay on the palms. Right toes stay turned out. And then I like to press into the top of my left foot here so I can get a deeper stretch. Listen to the sound of your breath. And then soften the skin of the face here. Notice where you might be holding or clenching or gripping. Maybe allow the head, the neck to relax down. And slowly make your way back up, really, really, really slow. Hands to the earth. Awesome, nice work. We're going to keep the right hand where it is. We're going to look back to the left toes. We're going to lift the hip points back up, and then slowly we're going to shift. So lift the hip points up just to come back, and then lift the left toes and see if you can grab your left foot with your left hand. If you're good here, you might continue the stretch by slowly sinking the hips back all the way up, forward. Okay, if this is too much, maybe you walk your right heel in. Another option is to come against a wall and bring your left foot right to the wall so you can kind of work your way back and forth up to the wall. We need to do a wall series. Great. Last but not least, you might flip the hand so it comes to the left arch here, and then just open up here, open up through the chest. Just an option, just trying to give different variations for different folks. Breathing deep, breathing deep, breathing deep. Notice the awareness I have through my danda, crown to tail. So again, a full body experience. We'll slowly release the left foot. Hands will come to the earth. We'll curl the toes under, lift the back knee. Send the right toes back, take a deep breath in. Plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. Inhale, cobra, press into the tops of the feet, moving nice and slow. Listen to the sound of your breath. And exhale, release. Curl the toes under, press back up to tabletop position, all fours. And then downward facing dog, nice and slow. Enjoy the journey, how you get there. Listen to your breath. Start to get a little weird here. Surprise yourself. Feel your fingertips really pressing into the earth, stretching. Go there. Find a little more depth. And then as you're ready, anchor the right heel and send the left leg out. And then slowly bring that left knee all the way in. As you step the left foot up, lower your right knee down. So just do a little housekeeping, get your alignment, find your breath, and slowly start to open up through the chest. Walk the right knee back if you need a little more. And squeeze the inner thighs to the midline. As you're ready, right hand comes down and left toes open up towards the left side of the mat. Big inhale, think expansion. So pull the left hip crease back and open the left fingertips towards the sky. Again, inhalation means expansion, full, open, big breath, big stretch. And then exhale, bring your left, go ahead and bring your left hand over this. So bring your left elbow all the way in, all the way in, all the way in and down. Elbows come to the ground, forearms to the ground. If not, maybe hands on the earth or even fingertips on the ground or a block. You can open your left foot out a little more if it feels right in your hip. Breathe deep. And then pressing into the top of your right foot for a little stability here. Keeping the shoulders full of awareness. So that just means that we bring our attention to our shoulders so they're not just clenching here, but again, we're thinking of the body as one moving part, finding that yoga, that union. That's what allows us to go deep. And then once you feel like you're situated here, for lack of better words, soften your gaze or close your eyes and maybe bow your head. Relax the neck and breathe longer, fuller breaths. Notice where your thoughts go and notice how you feel in your chest, in your heart, in your belly. Keep paying attention. We'll slowly release, take your time, come out. Left hand's gonna stay on the earth. We're gonna bring the hips up and back just a bit so that we can safely come to lift the right toes up and reach the right fingertips back. Now you might not make it and you might have to pad the knee or double up on the mat here, but I'm on the front here and I'm just reaching back, just checking to see if I can grab it. If not, I'll save it for another day. Being up on a block here on the left hand does help give you a little space. And then if you feel all right here, create a little stability by opening up through the chest, lengthening through the crown. Yogi's choice to drop the hips a little deeper. But listen to your body and let your breath be that constant barometer. So we revolved the chest earlier. You might find that opening, bringing the right hand to the inner arch here, breathing deep. And then slowly releasing. Come back. Lift the back knee up as you're ready. And here we go, stepping left toes back, plank pose. Create one nice long piece from the crown to the tail, claw through the fingertips, inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Loop the shoulders, pull the elbows back, big inhale, Cobra. And then exhale, release. Nice, press up to all fours. Bring the knees into the center of your mat. And we'll send it back, Balasana, belly to the tops of the thighs, fingertips all the way to the back edge of your mat. Rest your forehead on the earth and allow your shoulders to get really heavy here. Awesome. Slowly take your time coming back up. Bring the hands in front, walk the knees out, and actually let's go ahead and turn to come to the side of our mat, or rather long ways on the mat. So your hands will come off the mat, your knees will stay on the mat. And then you're going to walk the knees out just a little bit wider than the hips. You're just going to check out how you're feeling here. And then if you feel good, you're going to open the toes right to left, and we're going to slowly come into a little froggy variation here. Maybe you come onto the elbows. And the breath is so very, very, very important here as you drop the heels down to the earth. And you can use a block or pillow here for your forehead or your elbows if you want to do this, outside of this practice, but just breathing deep. We're not going to be here for long, so breathe deep. Some people will be able to go a lot deeper here, but just take your time. Notice what comes up. And then take the last 3, 4, 5 breaths to go ahead and close your eyes and allow the head and the neck to relax here. Keep the feet active, please. Just a little energy in the toes. Lots of awareness in the shoulders. Breathing deep. And this is one where you want to give up before it's over, so stick with it for one more cycle of breath. You got it, you got it, you got it. All right, from your core strength, navel draws up, and that's what brings us out of it nice and slow, pressing into the palms, walking the knees back. All right, curl the toes under, and for just a moment, you're gonna send the hips back on the heels, and you're gonna use the palms to walk up the thighs. And just knead the top of your hip crease here just a couple times. Sweet, awesome. We're gonna come forward. You're gonna walk the right knee in front. You're gonna pick the left knee up and you're gonna cross it around. So if this is new for you, take your time, peek at me. We have the right knee in front of the left. Then I'm gonna bring my toes as wide as the mat. Sorry, you'll come back to face the front of your mat. And here we go, sending the hips back, Gomukhasana, cow legs. So I love coming into this shape from all fours. It helps me quite a bit, so give it a try. Keep the toes active, send the hips back. Then you can stay here, fingertips reaching forward. You can also tuck the chin. Maybe you bring the hands behind the back, clasp opposite elbows, open the chest. Maybe hands come to the arches. So whatever variation you're choosing today, make sure you are syncing up with your breath here. Give the thinking mind a break now and just breathe. Our practice is almost done. You're doing amazing. Bringing peace and harmony to the body because, well, you deserve it. come out. Slowly reach the fingertips forward. Lift your center up in space. Send your heart forward. And nice and easy, we'll unravel. Come back to all fours. Reset. You can take a cat-cow here if you like. And we'll take it to the other side whenever you're ready by bringing the left knee forward, lifting the right knee up, bringing it behind, and finding your Gomukhasana, cow legs on the other side. So take it nice and slow. Keep the toes awake. Notice how this side is perhaps very different. And if well, this is such a great shape, even though it can be a little bit of a bugger, because if you do a lot of activity, like you put a strong load on your body a lot, like say you play a sport or you do active strength training, then it's great for you. But it's also great if you don't. If you just sit at a desk all day and you're wanting to bring more activity in your life, this is just a win-win for me, in my opinion. Gomukhasana. So get down low.
Guys, be
and
careful.
Find the variation on this side that works. It feels good for you today.
Make a few adjustments as you do it.
And once again, give your thinking mind a break. Literally listen to the sound of your breath. And welcome peace and harmony and spaciousness to your body, to your mind. You deserve it. From your center, so from your middle, so you're not just pressing your hands into the earth, but it's coming from a real place. Again, create a full body experience, begin to roll up. And this time from here, unravel the legs. I'm going to take them nice and wide. So you might, depending on where you are in your room or your space, or maybe you're on the beach. If you are, awesome. Just going to take the legs nice and wide, and so you can stay facing forward, or you can bring it to the side. And if you're like me, I used to try to always like prove something. I'd like want to show I can do the split. Back up off just a bit. Back up off. And take the toes up towards the sky, and the thigh bones nice and heavy. And then fingertips will start to come forward and nice and slow, keeping the toes up towards the sky and the thigh bones nice and heavy. You'll begin to come forward, and maybe you come onto the forearms here, maybe not. Maybe in time you come lower to the ground. I highly recommend listening to the sound of your breath, but also finding soft, easy movement here that feels good. Just keep those toes up towards the sky. Thigh bones nice and heavy, and you'll be nice and safe here. Keep breathing deep. Eventually letting the crown of the head relax. And maybe even the corners of the mouth begin to lift a little bit here. This is our last stretch, so see if you can really bring the yoga part. Listen to your body. Listen to your breath, your spirit. For me, deep stretch is not just about, the deep stretch of the muscle. It's about creating depth in your practice. Waking up to the experience that is your body and breath synchronizing. Nervous system, calming, slowing down, everything. Take a second, if you haven't already, to close your eyes and just witness the unfolding as you breathe deep, softening through the jaw, relaxing through the shoulders. Finding a fullness and expansion as you inhale, and a softness, a surrender, maybe the heart melting down as you exhale. Notice how by just sticking with it here, you've already begun to create more space. And if the mind is strong today, just know you're not alone. That's where you are, and that's what you're working your way through. Strong mind. Slowly bring your awareness to the space between your navel and your spine, and from there begin to slowly make your way back up. Awesome work. Bring the legs together nice and slow and come to lie flat on your back. Bring the feet as wide as your yoga mat and let the knees, so don't hug your knees up to the chest, but keep your feet on the ground. We're doing something different than before. And allow your knees to fall to the right, so you're creating like a 90-degree angle, or what feels like a 90-degree angle with the legs. Breathing deep, let your hands just rest gently on your belly or your ribs. And then windshield wiper over to the left. Nice, long, smooth, deep breaths. Go ahead and bring it back to center. And send the legs out long, one at a time. Arms out gently by your side. Snuggle the shoulder blades underneath your heart space, your chest. And take the deepest breath you've taken all day, all morning, noon, or night, whenever you're practicing. Use your exhale to relax the weight of your body completely and fully into the mat. And close your eyes. And see if you can soften everything, relax everything. Take a second to notice how you feel. You did awesome work today. Repeat this practice regularly to witness the unfolding and to grow your practice. So a lot of times these heavy vinyasa classes need the backup of a nice, in-depth, stretchy, slow breath pranayama focused practice. So repeat this one regularly. Stay here as long as you can. Otherwise, start to wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers. And bring the hands together, and we'll bring the thumbs right up to the third eye. The light in me recognizes and honors the light in you. From my heart, Benji's heart, to yours. Namaste.
Looks like Benji's in all her videos. He's definitely not whatever dog I was thinking of. Definitely not. Okay, so real quick on that one, she made it fun. Like, she made it enjoyable to do with her. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of all the over the top, you know, take this into the earth, reach your hands to the heavens, my light, your light. That's neither here nor there for me. It's close. You can do this. Are you still there? Thank you. No, I can do the full splits. It's just she kind of said that don't worry about going to the full split. She goes, some people like to make sure. I used to like to make sure I was doing it. But, thank you for the follow, if they're still there on TikTok. As far as that one goes, she made it enjoyable. She was enjoyable. Her voice is calming and relaxing. Dog's adorable. just keeps moving from side to side of the room. It's kind of, and then laying down, plopping himself down. So obviously filming on a couple different camera angles, or somebody else is moving the camera. But then again, it seems to be very good flow, so I think she's got them lined up perfectly. I think there's at least two cameras in there. Then again, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras here, so I could easily take all of these and piece them together, even though they're all pretty much the same angle for the most part. I mean, I'm standing here looking straight at my TikTok one, Instagram, Twitch kind of look like I'm looking at them too. Then I'm off. Now I'm standing directly facing that camera, and I'm a little off center for you guys. So I could just kind of go back and forth from the two kind of angles she was using, but whatever. Always best if you're going to record different angles and, you know, for the same thing, make sure you use the same equipment so it looks the same. The lighting's perfect throughout. But so anyway, no music in the background, but her voice was Sue. She made fun. All her little like side things, your little, you know, she'd say something or do something, and she had this little like smirk on her face, like she was really enjoying what she was doing. You know, I try not to look up as much as I try not to look up unless I have to make sure I'm doing it right or I'm still doing what they're doing. The downside of following the TV over here and having you guys over here is that most of the time they have their yoga mats sideways. So when they turn, you know, if they turn and face that way on the screen, for me to mirror them, I got my ass in your face. From this way, you really can't see what my legs are doing on this side. So I try to make sure I stay facing this way the entire time so you get a good view of what I'm doing. Even when I'm doing the stuff that's facing that way, you can still get a good idea of what I'm doing because you can constantly see a side profile of me. So I think what I'm going to start doing though is I'm going to start, because when we did the frog pose, even though I was very careful, I still got, I didn't actually get rug burn, but I got like enough of a feeling of a rug burn that it's like kind of like just slightly irritating me. So I have another yoga mat over there sitting on top of a little mini fridge. So I think I just might make an X here with the blue one across this way, because the blue one's a lot older and it's got a little more like, you know, pieces rubbing off of it because it's old. So I might put that one here and put the gray one over top, so that way everything they're doing sideways on the screen I can do, make sure I'm going long ways here. And then when they decide they want to spread their legs, go over the mat, I can step in the center there and I can make sure my feet or my ankles or my legs, my knees, whatever, are still on the blue mat. But that's everybody. But she, like I said, she made it enjoyable the way she did. Like I laughed when she goes, "Sweet," you know. I just thought that was funny and cute, and, you know, kind of helped with the relaxing attitude that was on there. So I think she did a good job. Deep stretch, definitely, 1000%. That was a deep stretch. Total body, it's definitely a deep lower body stretch. You know, my quads feel better. I kind of went a little ham on my hamstrings. A lot of inner thigh stretching there. The adductor stretch, a little bit of the abductors, quads, hamstrings, calves, ankles, feet and ankles a little bit, glutes there in the beginning, a little bit lower back. And she did do a few things like that, a little bit of a side stretch and kind of moving your arm like this back and forth. So but it's not really stretching anything up here. There wasn't a lot of focus on there. 45-minute lower body stretch, that's mostly what that is, with a little bit of opening up here and there. There wasn't a lot of upper body stretching on there. Definitely a great lower body stretch, but most definitely not a full body stretch. Not a full body, total body stretch. But no, very enjoyable video. I didn't like it, but wasn't complete for what I was expecting it to be. But it was a good video for what it was. So, if you liked that stretch, if you watched it, her name is Yoga by Adriene. Not Adrienne. Adriene. I believe it's Adrienne. Adriene. Yoga by Adriene, that's her name. She's got a whole channel on there. It's about to pop up another video, so 10-minute yoga by her. YouTube likes to start new videos. And as far as on YouTube, that will be linked in the description, and there'll be a text bar right here underneath where I'm standing while I'm doing the video. Obviously, if you're watching now, you would have seen that already. So, but there's a link in the description. If you're watching this on YouTube, there's a link in the description for that. If you're watching us here, you want to go back and find it. You want to go to my channel. All my social media has the same username. So if you go to my YouTube, you want to find hers easier, you can just go to this video when it's uploaded, either later today or tomorrow morning. And how long it takes to convert it and when I get home. So there will be a link in the description for her video, so you can follow. I would suggest, if you're going to follow any of the stretching yoga videos that I do, or even the warm-ups that I use, I'm going to suggest you go to those channels to do them. Other than the first 2 weeks, all my stretches are on YouTube and they're all linked in the videos. The first 2 stretches are beach body owned. So P90X X stretch and Turbo Fire Stretch 40. Those are both should be available on the beach body on demand, along with all my warm-ups of turbo jams and hip hop abs. Those should also still be on Beachbody on demand. I don't know if they still have them up there. I hope they do. They should, because they are good workouts. I do believe that I get a better cardio aspect out of the turbo jams than I do out of the hip hop abs. However, I do seem to sweat more. I get more work out of the hip hop abs video, maybe because it's a lot more focus on keeping your abs tight and crunching it, doing a lot more muscle. It's not really more muscle work, but it's more, I don't know. Turbo Jam seems a lot more fast-paced and cardio-based, while hip hop abs seems a lot more, still slightly cardio-based, but it's a lot more body weight, I guess, focused. So even though they go faster, it's still, the moves are a lot, like you're lifting your legs a lot, you're doing this, you're bringing your body like this, you're doing a lot of lower back stuff, abs stuff, core stuff, as opposed to Turbo Jam, where there's just a lot of moving quickly, stuff like that. So, kind of stupid, but so I think Turbo Jam is a lot more cardio based. That could be also why I lost more weight during the first 2 weeks, lost more fat in inches during the first 6 weeks than I have now, because that has a little more fast based to it, to give you that extra little boost of cardiovascular activity. Maybe. But then again, we got 2 more weeks of this, the recovery week, and then next 6 weeks is we're going back to the turbo jams for the warm-ups. And then we'll switch that again next 6 weeks, and then back until the year's up. Then we'll figure something else out. Finding some other workouts that I like, that I want to incorporate or try. But this routine is set up for the year, and we're going to finish this year off as this, and then we'll see about adding some more or just changing it up to other stuff. So, yeah, that's it. That's all I got today. Happy Juneteenth. Anybody who's on here that's celebrating Juneteenth. Happy Father's Day to anybody on here who's celebrating Father's Day. Those of you who have fathers. Those of you who are a father. Yeah. Those of you who have taken up the father role. No, I don't mean mothers. Mothers have Mother's Day. I'm talking about stepdads. I'm talking about uncles who have taken custody, or at least fulfilling the fatherly duties because of a deadbeat dad or something. Grandparents. Your best friend is the mom, and you have no relationship with the mom other than being friends, but you are like a father to the child. So, you too. But mothers, you have Mother's Day. Don't claim Father's Day because you do both. Because you do both roles. If you do both roles, congratulations on you. You are a great mother, you do a great job, but you're still just a mother. Okay? The fathers don't get the same respect on Mother's Day. The single dads who play both roles because of a deadbeat mom or a missing mom or for whatever reason, there's no mom in the picture. You don't hear the fathers saying the same thing on Mother's Day. Well, I should be able to celebrate Mother's Day too. No, they don't. Mother's Day is for mothers. Father's Day is for fathers. Keep it that way. Period. If you do both roles, fine. You still got Mother's Day. Okay? But fathers have their day. Okay? And that's it. That's all you got to worry about. Worry about your Mother's Day. Worry about your Father's Day. Whatever. Happy Juneteenth. It is a legit holiday as of last year. Yeah, last year. It's always been a legit holiday. It's been a legit national holiday since last year. And I don't want to hear anybody saying anything other different than that because it's a deserved holiday for them. And it's for them. Okay? It is legit for the black community. Okay? White people, you can partake in the festivities if your black friends invite you to it, but this holiday is not for you. Father's Day is for you fathers, regardless of your color. That just happens to be a coincidence that they fell on the same day. They won't next year. So, next year, Juneteenth will be on a Saturday. And I know that because I've already scheduled out my Sundays all the way till next April. And April 10th was Sunday. April 9th is Sunday next year. So that means stay behind. So I was wrong. Juneteenth will be on a Monday. Not Saturday. Juneteenth will be on a Monday next year. Father's Day most likely will be the 18th. I haven't figured out what Sunday it's. I think it's always the third Sunday. So if that still ends up being the third Sunday, then yeah. Well, let's see. 18th, 11th. Before that would be the 4th. So yeah, the 4th would be the first Sunday because then you would So yeah, the 4th, the 11th, 18th. So yeah, Sunday, the 18th next year will be Father's Day. June 19th on Monday will be Juneteenth. Obviously. So, but yes, white people who think they need to be included in everything. This is not your day. Juneteenth is not your day. You can celebrate by allowing your African American friends to enjoy this day. And you can be happy for them. You can wish them well today. And you can wish them happy Juneteenth, but this is not your day to celebrate. You can, like I said, you can join the festivities, you're invited, that's fine. This is their Independence Day. And yes, they get to celebrate both Juneteenth and 4th of July, because as Americans, they can celebrate their independence as Americans, just like every other immigrant that's come to this country after we declared our independence and won our independence. So yes, they can celebrate because they are Americans. They can celebrate Independence Day, but this is legit a special day for them. This was the day that they've celebrated for 100+ years, to celebrate their independence from us. Okay? Their independence from the Americans who won their independence from another country. So, let them enjoy the day. If you hear fireworks late at night tonight, or last night, or the night before, I can't do it, that's in the past, but tonight, let them celebrate and have their fun. Let them be. If you call the cops on them lighting off fireworks tonight, you are the ultimate Karen. Just saying. That being said, see, that's what my normal content's more like. Then again, a lot of the shit I say in my videos is what it's like. So, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Instagram. Gotta say which one I'm pointing at. All the same username. If you want to check me out and whatever else, go ahead, feel free to. Twitch, I just live stream, so there's really nothing much there. I think some of the live videos are up because for some reason, I don't know, I hit the end button. Sometimes it gives me the option to save. Sometimes it just goes back to the regular screen. I don't understand why it does it differently. I don't know. So there are some of the live streams there available on, which I think you can see. I don't think you can see the live streams on TikTok and Instagram after they're gone. I think those archives are just for me. Instagram has my progress picture, weekly progress pictures. So it'll have a comparison from April 10th till the current Sunday, which not up yet, but that would be today. The last one up is obviously the last week, which ended up being 2 months. So you have a start, 1 month, and 2 month comparison pictures right there for you to see. It also has the highlight reels and the weekly update video that I make for TikTok. I post them to Instagram, and then from Instagram I share them to Twitter and Facebook. Also same usernames, so you can find me on there. All those videos, anything to do with my fitness journey on Facebook is public. Anything else, I make sure it's friends only. And no, I will not add you if I don't know you. I also don't respond to DMs, by the way, unless I've talked to you first in comment sections. Especially if you just send me a quick hello. Because 90% of the time you send me a hello, I'm going to believe that your account is hacked. And because there's no reason for you to say hello to me out of nowhere if you've never talked to me before, ever. And then I open up, I say hi, sup, whatever. I found when I say sup, nobody responds. But if I say hi, for any type of actual greeting, like legit greeting, hi, hello, how are you, But if I said what's up, it might be different. Next thing I know is, do you have Cash App? I need to get that fucking Cash App scam. So, yeah, so I don't respond to DMs if I don't know who you are or haven't talked to you a few times. Or, you know, we've made duets or stitches or had a conversation in an open chat at first. Then I had no problem responding to your DMs. I usually think of DMs as a way of giving more information than I could have put in the 150 characters on TikTok, or giving you a more descriptive information on something that probably shouldn't have more descriptive explanation openly, you know, things like that. So, I completely jumped off my thing. So yeah, the videos I make for TikTok, weekly videos, the highlight reels, the updates, weekly updates, I post them on TikTok, I share them to Instagram, and then I share them from Instagram to Facebook, Twitter, X. And then I went off on a tangent about DMs and friend requests and stuff. So, but yeah, pretty much the things you can see on my Facebook are public on purpose, which is 99% going to be just this stuff. There might be something else that I forgot about or something else, but most of it's just going to be friend stuff. Boom, 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 boom. Also, all the weekly update videos that I make for TikTok also go into a fitness journey playlist on YouTube. So everything in my two playlists on TikTok are in one playlist on YouTube. And then the workout videos are recorded, edited. They're not edited down. The only thing I take out is if I walk off screen for more than a minute or two, I will edit that time frame. Like if I have to go to the bathroom, which I've done a couple times, where I realize my water's empty after I start talking and I gotta go fill it up before I start working out. I will cut that extra minute or two out of there. Other than that, I think I went on one tangent that I wasn't really thought was a good idea, and I cut that out. Other than that, every other tangent I've had, I kept in there. So I pretty much keep my lives as they are. And if I talk too much in the beginning, I talk too much in the beginning all the time. So those workout videos, when the text scroll comes up saying what the workout is for the day, I always put a starts at, just in case you want to jump forward and try to just watch the video. Now listen to me ramble that stupid shit. And then after the workout, it says done, and then you can just cut it off from there. Next thing I know, I'm rambling for the next 20 minutes like I'm doing now. So yeah, the live streams that I'm doing are being recorded for YouTube, and they are getting posted to YouTube. They are updated as of yesterday, so they are up to date. And then again, all videos that I have in my two TikTok playlists that have to do with this, the weekly workout, weekly highlight reels, and the fitness journey playlist, they are all in the fitness journey playlist on YouTube. Instagram has the weekly update videos as well as the progress pictures, weekly progress pictures, and then a bunch of other shit from before, which is paintings, drawings, tie knots, random pictures of other shit, me and my kids and things like that. You know, very few of those, but I mostly just put paintings and drawings on those usually what it's for, but I like the tie knots. That was fun doing that when I actually had a mirror. TikTok is the main account though, so if you would like to communicate me, I would prefer, doesn't mean I will not respond to you on the other platforms, but I would prefer if you took all your comments, questions, and concerns to TikTok and either use the Q&A feature or commented on one of the appropriate videos for this. So anything in the fitness journey playlist or the highlight reel playlist would be the appropriate videos. But again, like I said, I will not ignore you on the other platforms. Like somebody commented on Twitch here, I acknowledged their comments. same thing earlier on TikTok when someone made the when I think about hot dog water, boiled hot dog water. Yeah. I'm wondering if he kind of like hot dog flavored water and like Limp Bizkit, or if he just means like hot dog water. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. I'm not thrilled with my progress this week, but I'm not mad at it either. It's still going in the right direction. It's still coming off in other areas. It's just not. This on guys, 100%. This on guys is going to be the hardest for you to get rid of. Mainly because it is a protective layer on your body for your internal organs, your kidneys. That's why you have the love handles here. It's protective, it's warmth. That's why whales have blubber. That's why bears and chipmunks and anything that hibernates puts on so much fat before they hibernate, is so they can use that in storage of food. But it is insulation on the body as well to keep warm. And these are vital organs. They have to stay protected. So that's part of the reason why. The other part is just that's just where guys carry a lot of the weight, and that's where it likes to stick and stay. The Athlete X trainer that I watch, he said something about talking about losing there, and he goes, you lose the fat in your face first, and then you'll notice in your neck, and then your arms, and then like the last place is going to come off is your love handles and your back fat, which to me is the same thing for the most part. I know love handles are right here on the side, and back fat, but it's all connected. Whatever. It's not that comes off first. It's just it looks like it because it's basically just shedding off your body at the same rate. But this is your storage of fat here. So everything else is kind of coming off. You have a little bit of fat in your face. So when you lose weight, that little bit that came off your face looks like a lot more. So it sheds off your body where it wants to, no matter what. And to be honest with you, it's not always just the face. Because I have seen guys that when they got like a coat on, they have these big chubby cheeks and this fat face, and take it off, and all of a sudden they're like fucking jacked as shit. But they have this fucking chubby ass baby face. So it's not necessarily your face. It comes off your face. Some people just retain it in certain areas too. It's just based on their genetics as well. So everything I just said was kind of I contradicted myself completely. But it sheds off your body everywhere at the same time. It just depends on how much comes off where. I've noticed more definition in my arms. It's not a lot, but I've noticed more definition in my arms. My face and neck have thinned out a little bit. I'm noticing a little less man boob going on here, and a little less right here. This just seems to want to hang out for a while longer. And again, I'm not worried about only losing less than a pound in a week, because I probably put on the same amount that I've lost in muscle, roughly. So I could have lost 2 pounds of fat and gained like whatever the difference between 2 and 0.8, 1.2 pounds of muscle. So I lost 8.8 pounds total. So whatever. It's still going in the right direction. Everything's still going in the right direction, so I am good. And I'm just repeating myself, saying the same shit over and over again. So